Good morning, Brad Kearns here to show you my morning exercise routine. It starts in bed, and that's an important thing because it ensures that I'm going to do it before I get up and go about my busy day. The reason I decided to create a simple morning routine, exercise routine, is because I wanted to have like a higher baseline to launch from when I did my difficult sprint and high jump workouts, my favorite way of doing high intensity workouts. And I can do the workouts great, I feel great, I perform magnificent athletic feats sometimes, clearing the bar that I'm trying to clear, but then I noticed that it was taking me a long time to recover. I get soreness in the same spot, my calves, my glutes, whatever. So I thought, what if I could do something every single morning that kind of helped me build up a foundation of fitness and injury prevention, mobility, flexibility, so that when I do my difficult, intense workouts, I have a better chance of recovering more quickly and preventing injury. So the key elements of the morning routine are, first and foremost importance is that you're going to do it every single day without even thinking. So it's not that hard, it's not that time consuming, where it turns into a chore, or it turns into something that you can easily skip, or have a tendency to skip if you're running late, whatever. So it has to be short in duration. Mine is customized for my own particular fitness goals and injury prevention particulars. I'm going to show you the whole routine, get you inspired, get some thoughts going, but you can feel free to customize the exercises that you're familiar with that work best for you. And it starts with just a simple kind of a hamstring flexibility and kick out drill where I'm taking one leg, my left leg is staying straight, so I'm getting that nice hamstring stretch, while my right leg is kicking out and getting a little bit of adductor. Notice that this would be called a dynamic stretch because I'm moving, because first thing in the morning I'm very inflexible, everything's pretty tight, so I'm moving pretty gently, but as I move through this range of motion, I'm getting a good core workout the entire time. So the only place I'm kind of feeling strain is in my core, desirably so, and this will get my energy going, my blood flowing a little bit in the morning, but not putting my hamstrings at risk for overstretching or injury. So I'll get to 30 on this side, I'll switch over and repeat and do exactly the same thing on this side. So now you can see the right hamstring is getting that stretch, just to the point of mild discomfort, a little bit of stretch. Obviously by the 30th one, it's getting more and more flexible. I'm also taking time to point my toes and get a little bit of a calf stretch going because that's a tight area for me, especially in the morning. So I got 30 and 30. Then I go into the familiar frog drill. So this is a really good core drill, but I'm also getting my hip flexors going, pointing my toes, get a little bit of a calf stretch going. And by the time I'm done with 30 of these, I'm definitely feeling it in my core. Even if my head's all the way back, it's still a nice core stretch. And by this time, even a couple minutes in, I'm starting to wake up, it's feeling good, the sunlight's hitting the room, and just grooving along. I used to try to pick up my phone, read a message or something. Forget it, just get some time to focus your mind on what you're doing, a nice mindful exercise. And here we go to the next thing, which we'll call this crossing over. And this is especially helpful for the glute, which is a common area of weakness, inflexibility, and injury for straightforward athletes like runners. They have weakened glutes. Same with team sport athletes, basketball players. It's a neglected area. So I can get 20 of these going. Again, the core is trying to stabilize the body, especially so I don't put any strain on the lower back. So I'm engaging my core as I swing my leg around, and everything's controlled. I'm not just throwing my leg this way or throwing my leg that way, which would put strain on the lower back. So it's a very controlled movement throughout the entire range of motion. I'm even going below the bed level, and then I switch over quickly and get 30 going on that side. So I got all the leg drills in bed, now we're going to hit the ground. Alright, the stuff in bed ain't easy, but it's not overly strenuous. Now I'm getting into some tough stuff with the, I guess we call it the scissors. This is dating back to old Jack O'Lane days. Maybe there's a more fancy word for it. But it's just raising up your legs and your arms to touch each other, and then taking it all the way down for full extended arms, full extended legs, meeting in the middle, and again, mostly a core exercise. But I found it really good for shoulder mobility. My shoulder used to crack like crazy every time I raised it over from an old injury, and now it's feeling strong. And it also really gets me in the hip flexors. So I'm getting stronger hip flexors and definitely stronger core. This can be dangerous if you're weak down here, so you want to get that sensation of pushing your lower back into the ground and maintaining contact with the ground as you lower down to 6 inches from the ground and then back up. So you don't want to just flop down without keeping that controlled lowering with all the stress going on to your core. So up and down, up and down. And then when I get to 30, I'm doing 50, but on the 30th one, the last 20, I'll alternate to the right side, reaching my right hand across my body to work the obliques, coming back down, left hand across, coming back down, right hand across. And boy, the last 5, you're really starting to feel it. I use a 5-pound ankle weight sometimes. That makes it even more difficult, but really helping to strengthen my core and getting those legs ready for anything I decide to do in a high intensity manner. And so when I hit 50 of these, I know I'm almost done. I'm gonna pull my toes back and get that nice calf stretch because I'm complaining about tight calves a lot. So after holding the stretch for a few seconds, I grab my foam roller. Again, this is all routine. I'm not doing anything different any particular day. It's the exact same, so I don't have to think about it. When I'm going and working out and choosing to do some fun, exciting, high-intensity workouts, I might choose all kinds of different things and different variations and try things that people suggest when I'm doing a formal high-intensity workout. Not with the morning routine. I want it to be almost mindless, where I just know what I'm doing without even thinking about it. And by this time, I'm probably starting to think about what's going on in my busy day, but I'm rolling out those calves each time. Notice how I'm putting pressure on the leg that's being rolled to give it a little more pressure on the calf. Sometimes I'll roll on the sides, especially those of you with IT band trouble. But as we learned from Kimmy and Dawn, the ball experts in the Primal Endurance course, you don't really need to roll out this tight IT band, because the IT band is so tight, you're not really going to do anything. You're not going to loosen it up. It's designed to be that tight. But what you want to get at is where the quadriceps insert over into the IT band and break up those potential adhesions. So I'm going to put this thing a little more forward than dead sideways on my body. Same with this way, where you're going hamstrings and kind of getting on the edge of that tight side. So that's the rollout. Generally, I'm finished here, but I've added in another high degree of difficulty ending move, and that's the bridge. That's especially because I like high jumping, but this is a great advanced move for the back flexibility and overall mobility of the spine. I'll demonstrate it, and you can do a easier variation. But if you go all the way up into the bridge, and I hold this for 30 breath counts, a very familiar move to yoga people. You just pick it up and try to extend and straighten your arms as much as possible and feel that stretch going all the way through the spine, not just your lower back, but trying to engage the thoracic area too. If this one's too difficult, you can just go like this and make a bridge there and still get that nice spinal action. So I've done a lot of work on the core in bed and on the scissors, and so now I'm kind of opposing that with getting some flexibility, mobility on the spine. And like I said, I'll hold this for 30 breath counts, and by the end, I'm pretty tired. I'm almost working up a sweat. Lower down nicely, stretch out the quads, and now I'm in that kind of post-yoga class, blissful, relaxed state where I can get up off the ground, go about my busy day. Again, I'm not counting this as a high-intensity workout. I'm just counting it as how I wake up every single morning. Good luck. Build up some momentum. Do it every single day and have a morning routine locked into your lifestyle.